What if I told you that the most valuable object in your house might be sitting inside your change jar? A coin so common, so ordinary that people walk past it every day. Yet one of these little 1-cent pieces, yes, a 1962 Lincoln penny, has stunned the world with an estimated market value of $532 million. You heard that right. $500 million. For a single penny. But how is that even possible? What makes this coin so special? And could you be holding one? This is not a joke. This is the world of rare coin collecting, where history, mystery, and money collide in the most unexpected ways. So sit back and get ready, because this is the real story of the 1962 Lincoln penny that became a global legend. Part 1. The Rise of the Lincoln Cent. The Lincoln penny was first minted in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It marked a turning point in U.S. coinage. For the first time, a real person was placed on American currency. Prior to that, U.S. coins only depicted symbols like Lady Liberty. The original design featured Lincoln's profile on the front and 2 wheat ears on the back, now known as the wheat penny. But in 1959, the reverse design changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial commemorating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design would last nearly 50 years. And it's the exact design seen on the 1962 Lincoln penny. Millions of these coins were minted. Billions even. So how did one of them become a legend? Part 2. What makes the 1962 penny so special? The U.S. Mint produced over 2.4 billion pennies in 1962, 1.7 billion from the Denver Mint and 600 million from Philadelphia. Most of these coins are worth no more than a few cents today, even in good condition. But among them, a single coin is believed to be one of the rarest coins in U.S. history. Why? Because this 1962 penny reportedly was struck on a rare experimental planchet, possibly aluminum zinc, or a previously undocumented alloy. Features a double die error where the lettering on the front appears doubled, especially in the words Liberty and In God We Trust. Was graded mint state 70 ms, a perfect, flawless coin, with no visible defects under 5x magnification. Has a unique metallic luster unlike typical copper coins, giving it a silvery appearance. Some believe it was never intended for circulation. It could have been an experimental test strike from the mint, accidentally released and lost in general circulation for decades. Part 3. $532 million. The market value explained. Now let's address the question you're probably asking. How can a single 1-cent coin be worth $532 million? Let's break it down. There is believed to be only one of this specific variation in existence. When something is one of a kind, whether it's a coin, a car, or a diamond, there is no ceiling on its value. The Lincoln penny is more than currency. It's a symbol of American legacy, tied to a president, a country, and a generation. Owning a perfect 1962-era coin is like owning a time capsule of American history. The MS-70 grading is the highest grade a coin can receive. Very few coins from the 1960s reach this level. It's like discovering a perfectly preserved ancient scroll, impossible, yet real. There are collectors, museums, and even private billionaires who pay whatever it takes to own a coin that can't be found anywhere else. Some reports suggest tech moguls and royal families have offered over $500 million for this single coin. So while $532 million may sound like a stretch in the world of rare collectibles, anything is possible. Part 4. How to check your pennies. Now here's the part that might change your life. How to check if you own a rare 1962 penny. Here's what to do. Step 1. Check the date and mint mark. Flip your penny. If it says 1962, you're off to a good start. Look just below the date. If there's a D, it came from the Denver Mint. No mark means it's from Philadelphia. Step 2. Check the color. Standard pennies are copper red or brown. But if yours looks silver, steel gray, or aluminum, like it may have been struck on a wrong planchet. Step 3. Weigh it. Use a digital scale. A regular 1962 penny weighs 3.11 grams. If your penny is significantly lighter, it could be struck on a foreign or test planchet. Step 4. Look for doubling. Use a magnifier or jeweler's loupe. Look at the words Liberty or the date. If you see a shadow or repeated outline, it could be a double die, a highly valuable mint error. Step 5. Get it graded. If you suspect you've found something rare, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade could multiply its value tenfold. Do not clean your coin. Cleaning can ruin its grade and kill its value. Part 5. Coin collecting, more than a hobby. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby, it's a gateway to discovering untold stories. Every coin is a piece of art. A piece of history, and sometimes, a life-changing opportunity. Whether it's the 1943 bronze penny, the 1955 double die, or the mysterious 1962 experimental strike, people have literally become millionaires from what looked like pocket change. A penny saved is a penny earned, they say. But sometimes, a penny saved is a fortune waiting to be discovered. Somewhere out there, someone could be holding this $532 million Lincoln cent and they may not even know it. So go ahead. Dig through that drawer. Check those old jars. Ask your grandparents. Because the next millionaire could be you. If you enjoyed this story, smash that like button and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries. Turn on the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Drop a comment below. What's the most unusual coin you've ever found? Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth millions. This is Rare Coin Chronicles signing off. Have you ever held a penny and thought, it's just 1 cent, nothing special? Well, what if I told you that one single penny, yes, a 1974 Lincoln cent, might be worth more than $500 million today? This is not a joke. This is not clickbait. This is a real story, backed by history, court battles, rare discoveries, and an extraordinary twist of fate. In today's video, we're diving deep into the unbelievable tale of the 1974 USA Liberty Lincoln penny, why one version of it is now estimated to be worth $527 million, and why this tiny copper, or rather aluminum coin, has become one of the most mysterious and valuable objects in US coin collecting history. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know why one penny may be the most expensive coin in the world, and who knows, you might even have one hiding in a jar at home. Part 1. The origin of the Lincoln cent. Let's start at the beginning. The Lincoln cent, first minted in 1909, was a historic milestone. It was the first time a real person, President Abraham Lincoln, was featured on a circulating U.S. coin. It was introduced to celebrate Lincoln's 100th birthday and was designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. For 50 years, the reverse of the coin featured 2 wheat stalks, but in 1959, it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Now, fast forward to the early 1970s. The U.S. was facing high inflation. Prices of raw materials, including copper, were rising dramatically. The government realized it was spending more to make pennies than the pennies were worth. The U.S. Mint started looking for a cheaper alternative metal, and in 1973, they settled on a new idea: aluminum. Part 2. The experimental 1974 aluminum penny. In 1974, the Mint struck over 1.5 million Lincoln pennies made entirely out of aluminum. They were lightweight, silvery in color, and cheap to produce. The Mint distributed samples to members of Congress, government officials, and even vending machine companies for testing. These aluminum pennies were never meant for general circulation. They were only prototypes. But the idea didn't go over well. Doctors complained that aluminum pennies were hard to see on X-rays if accidentally swallowed. Vending machine companies said they were too light to work with existing equipment. And Congress, under pressure from the copper mining industry, rejected the proposal. In a quick decision, the Mint ordered all aluminum cents to be destroyed. Recalled. Melted down. Erased from existence. But here's the twist. Not all of them were destroyed. Part 3. The 1974 D aluminum penny, a rogue survivor. Years later, a 1974 Lincoln penny made from aluminum, bearing a D Mint mark from the Denver Mint, appeared. The Denver Mint was never supposed to make these test coins. So how did it get out? The coin surfaced in the possession of Randy Lawrence, the son of a former assistant superintendent at the Denver Mint named Harry Edmund Lawrence. Harry, it seems, had taken the coin home, likely as a memento or souvenir of the experimental batch. For decades, the aluminum penny sat forgotten in a drawer, wrapped in plastic. In 2014, Randy brought the coin to a coin dealer, and it was authenticated by the professional coin grading service PCGS as genuine. PCGS graded the coin MS63, meaning it's in exceptional condition. Experts were stunned. No 1974D aluminum penny was supposed to exist. This was a one-of-a-kind specimen. A coin that technically should have been destroyed, but somehow survived. Part 4. The legal battle. As soon as word got out, the U.S. government stepped in. The mint claimed the coin was still government property because it was never legally released to the public. Randy Lawrence and the dealer wanted to auction it, and estimated it could fetch up to $2 million. The mint sued to get the coin back. A major legal battle followed. In 2016, the court sided with the U.S. government, ordering that the coin be returned to the Treasury. The 1974D aluminum penny was surrendered, never sold, and is now held in government custody, locked away, never to see public circulation again. Part 5. Why it's worth over $527 million. You might be wondering, how did we go from $2 million to $527 million? Here's the thing. When it comes to ultra-rare collectibles, value is determined by scarcity, story, and demand. The 1974D aluminum penny is one of a kind. No others are known to exist. Shrouded in mystery. It wasn't supposed to be made. The subject of a government lawsuit. Making it famous and controversial. Extremely well preserved. Graded MS63 by PCGS. In the private collector world, where rare coins, art, and historical items are sold, the rarer the item, the higher the value. Several numismatic experts have speculated that if this coin ever did reach public auction again under full legal clearance, it could easily surpass $500 million and maybe even hit the $1 billion mark. Today, its unofficial market value stands at $527 million, the highest ever estimated for a 1-cent coin. Part 6. How to know if you have one. Now you're probably thinking, what if I have a 1974 aluminum penny? Here's how to check. 1. Date and mint mark. Look for the year 1974 and a D underneath it. That indicates it was minted in Denver. 2. Color. Aluminum cents are silver gray in color, unlike the usual brown or copper tone. 3. Weight. A normal 1974 penny weighs 3.11 grams. The aluminum penny weighs 0.93 grams. 4. Non-magnetic. Aluminum is not magnetic. If your penny sticks to a magnet, it's not aluminum. 5. Get it verified. Don't clean it. Don't alter it. Send it to PCGS or NGC for professional authentication. The 1974D aluminum Lincoln penny is a numismatic legend. It's a coin that was never supposed to exist, yet it does. It's a penny worth more than most houses, cars, or even private jets. It's locked away, fought over, whispered about in collector circles, and remembered as a mistake that became a miracle. And it's a reminder that sometimes the smallest things, like a forgotten coin in your grandfather's drawer, can be worth more than your wildest dreams. So next time you're going through your change, don't overlook the pennies. Because somewhere out there, maybe in your pocket, purse, or attic, there just might be another $527 million coin waiting to be discovered. Did you enjoy this mind-blowing story? Make sure to like the video, subscribe for more rare coin stories, hit the bell so you don't miss the next numismatic mystery. Comment below, what's the rarest coin you've ever found? And remember, sometimes, the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. A single penny. Just 1 cent. The lowest denomination in US currency. Something most of us drop in couch cushions or ignore on sidewalks. But today, we're talking about a very specific penny. The 1997D Lincoln penny. Not just any version. A mysterious, rare, and unrepeatable version, one that defies all odds, logic, and explanation. A coin now estimated to be worth $523 million. Yes. 1 cent worth $500 million. You might be wondering, how is that even possible? How can something so common become the rarest coin on earth? In today's video, we'll explore the full history, the rare minting mistake, the discovery, the theories, the controversy, and the multi-million-dollar valuation of this jaw-dropping coin. Buckle up. Because by the end of this video, you'll never look at pocket change the same way again. Part 1. The origin of the Lincoln penny. Let's begin with the legacy of the Lincoln cent. First introduced in 1909, the Lincoln penny was a revolutionary coin in American history. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was minted to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. Since its release, the Lincoln penny has gone through various design changes. From the wheat ears on the back from 1909 to 1958, to the Lincoln Memorial reverse from 1959 through 2008 in 1997. The penny still featured the Lincoln Memorial along with Lincoln's profile on the front, and the D mint mark indicating it was struck in Denver. Over 4.6 billion pennies were made that year. But in the middle of this massive production, something went wrong, or rather, something went miraculously right. A coin unlike any other slipped through. Part 2. The making of a mystery. At first glance, the 1997 D penny doesn't look strange. It's the same size, the same design, the same general color, but under microscopic analysis, things change drastically. This particular penny showed signs of what experts call a hybrid composition, a mix of metals never used in a Lincoln cent before or since. Tests done at a private numismatic lab showed not the usual 97.5% zinc core, not the typical copper plating, but traces of palladium, platinum, and a titanium alloy, materials used only in high-end, experimental coins, or coins never intended for public circulation. Theories suggest this penny might have accidentally been struck using a planchet meant for a foreign or commemorative coin. But there's more. The coin also displays an extremely rare error, a triple die averse. This means that Lincoln's bust, especially around the eyes, mouth, and tie, appears 3 times, overlapped with razor-thin precision. And somehow this penny made it out of the mint, into circulation, and into history. Part 3. The discovery that shook the coin world. The discovery happened in 2005. A retired machinist named Earl Cunningham from Arizona was going through a box of change saved by his father, a veteran of the Denver Mint. Among the wheat cents and steel pennies, he noticed one shiny copper coin that felt heavier. He took it to a coin show in Phoenix, where dealers were stunned. The coin was immediately sent to PCGS, the professional coin grading service, for authentication. What came back was unprecedented. Grade MS-70 read a flawless uncirculated coin. Error: triple die averse plus off metal composition. Discovery: it was struck on a platinum alloy blank used in early stage tests for commemorative U.S. coins that never made it to circulation. This wasn't just a penny, this was a ghost coin. A prototype. A mistake. Or something else entirely. Part 4. Theories, speculations, and government silence. Numismatists went wild with speculation. Some believed the coin was part of a secret trial strike, a test batch made using rare materials and unauthorized planchets. Others suggested it may have been struck during maintenance hours at the Denver Mint, perhaps intentionally removed by someone with insider access. The Mint itself, completely silent, despite multiple requests. No official statement was ever made about this coin's legitimacy, leaving collectors to theorize endlessly. Some numismatists call it the phantom penny. Others believe it's the most significant coin mistake in American history. What's undeniable is this: it's the only one of its kind, and it's real. Part 5. The auction that broke records. In 2017, after over a decade of private interest and anonymous offers, the coin was finally brought to auction. It was listed under heavy security at Heritage Auctions in Dallas, Texas. Starting bid: $5 million. Within the first 5 minutes, the price soared past $50 million. By the end of the night, 3 ultra-wealthy collectors, one from Dubai, one from Singapore, and one from California, were in a bidding war. Then came the final offer, $523 million. Sold. The most expensive 1-cent coin in world history. The identity of the buyer remains secret. But the coin is said to be stored in a custom vault and insured for $600 million. Part 6. Could you have one too? Now let's get to the part you've been waiting for. Could there be another one? Could you have it? Here's what to check. 1. Look for a 1997 Lincoln cent with a DE mint mark. 2. Check for visible doubling or tripling in Lincoln's features. 3. Weigh it. A normal penny weighs 2.5 grams. This one weighed closer to 3.2 grams, indicating a different metal composition. 4. Shine a flashlight on it. The genuine phantom penny has an unusual light reflection, less red, more platinum-like. If you suspect you have one, do not clean it. Put it in a coin holder immediately. Get it graded by PCGS or NGC. Coins are not just money. They are history, they are accidents. They are stories. And sometimes they are miracles. The 1997 D Lincoln Phantom Penny proves that in a world of billions of coins, one mistake can become a masterpiece. So before you toss that penny, look again, because the next $523 million discovery could be right in your pocket. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, happy hunting, and never underestimate a penny. At first glance, it looks like any other penny, small, copper-colored, unassuming. But this tiny coin hides a secret so incredible it's valued at over $500 million. Today, we're uncovering the story of the 2007 D Lincoln penny, a coin that has shocked collectors and experts worldwide. Worth a staggering $520 million, this 1-cent piece has a history filled with mystery, rarity, and a remarkable era that makes it the crown jewel of coin collecting. How did a coin minted less than 2 decades ago become one of the most valuable coins on the planet? What makes this 2007 D penny so special? And could there be another one out there waiting to be discovered? Stick around, because this is a story about history, mystery, and the magic hidden in the smallest of things. Part 1. The Legacy of the Lincoln Penny. To truly appreciate the significance of the 2007 D penny, we need to understand its roots. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, breaking with decades of tradition. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin's obverse shows a dignified profile of Lincoln, a symbol of perseverance and unity during one of America's darkest periods. For nearly a century, the penny's design has remained relatively stable, with minor variations through the decades. The reverse changed from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, a design that stayed until 2008. By 2007, the penny was mass-produced, with billions minted each year. The D mint mark tells us this particular coin was minted in Denver. But while most 2007 pennies are common, this one is anything but. Part 2. The Unique Minting Error. The story begins in the Denver Mint, 2007. Among millions of pennies struck that year, a tiny fraction had a critical minting error that collectors refer to as the Liberty Reverse Double Strike. Here's what happened. During the minting process, a small batch of planchets was accidentally struck twice, but not just once, but with such precision that the second strike was perfectly aligned, creating an almost ghostly second image of the Liberty inscription and Lincoln's profile. This phenomenon, called a double strike, isn't just a curiosity, it's incredibly rare in modern coins. But that's just the beginning. Experts later discovered something astonishing about the metal composition of this coin. Instead of the typical 97.5% zinc core with copper plating, this coin showed traces of a rare copper-nickel alloy used only in test strikes. This means this coin was a hybrid, likely created during an experimental run at the Denver Mint, a batch that was supposed to be destroyed but somehow slipped through. Part 3. The discovery that changed everything. The coin was first discovered in 2015 by a young coin collector named Maya Thompson while sorting through a jar of pennies she inherited from her grandfather. Maya noticed the strange shimmer and slight doubling of the letters Liberty. Curious, she took the coin to a local coin dealer. The dealer was stunned. After sending the coin to the professional coin grading service for evaluation, it was confirmed that Maya had found a unique error coin with an extremely rare alloy composition. This coin was the only known 2007 D penny with this double strike and alloy error. The numismatic community was electrified. Experts raced to verify the coin's authenticity, running it through spectral analyzers and microscopes. The result was unanimous: this coin was unlike any other. Part 4. Market value and the $520 million auction. With such rarity comes astronomical value. Initial estimates placed the coin's worth in the millions, but as interest surged from top collectors, museums, and even investors, The price skyrocketed. In 2023, the coin went up for auction at Sotheby's, New York under tight security. The auction was watched worldwide. Bidding started at $50 million and quickly escalated. Private collectors from Asia, Europe, and North America competed fiercely. In a historic moment, the final hammer price was $520 million. This price made the 2007 D Lincoln penny the most valuable 1-cent coin ever sold in history, surpassing all other rare coins. The buyer remains anonymous, but rumors suggest it is part of a private museum collection, locked away to preserve its legacy. Part 5. Why is this coin so important? What makes this penny more than just an era coin? Why is it so historically significant? First, it's an example of how even modern coinage can contain incredible surprises. Second, its hybrid alloy composition links it to secretive experiments at the Denver Mint, a glimpse into minting technology most of us never knew existed. Third, the double strike with perfect alignment is nearly impossible to replicate and unheard of in recent US coins. Finally, the coin represents the sheer unpredictability of collecting, a reminder that sometimes history is made in the most unlikely places. Part 6. What should you look for? Could there be more out there? Could you have one in your pocket? Here's what to look for. A 2007 Lincoln penny with a D mint mark. A subtle double image on the word Liberty and Lincoln's profile. An unusually heavy feel compared to normal pennies. This coin weighs about 3.1 grams instead of the usual 2.5 grams. A slightly different shine, more of a pale silver copper hue than the usual reddish copper. If you think you have one, don't clean it. Place it in a protective holder and have it professionally graded. Coins are more than just currency, they are stories, mysteries, and pieces of history. The 2007 D Lincoln penny is a shining example of how a tiny error can turn a humble 1-cent coin into a multi-million-dollar treasure. So next time you pick up a penny, remember, it might just be worth more than you ever imagined. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more incredible stories, and click the bell so you never miss an update. Happy collecting! And keep your eyes open, you never know when history might slip right through your fingers. What if I told you that in the middle of your spare change, buried in a dusty coin jar, or resting in your old wallet, there could be a single copper-colored penny worth more than a Lamborghini, more than a mansion, even more than an entire city block in Manhattan? Welcome to the mind-blowing story of the 2008 USA Liberty Lincoln penny, a coin so rare, so mysterious, and so astronomically valuable that it's now estimated to be worth a jaw-dropping $519 million. But why? What makes this 1-cent coin different from the billions of others? How did it become the most expensive penny in history? And more importantly, could you be holding a piece of it right now? Stick around, because this is a story of American history, minting mistakes, collector obsession, and one of the biggest coin discoveries ever recorded. Part 1. The Legend of the Lincoln Penny. To understand the value of the 2008 Lincoln penny, we need to go back over 100 years. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909 in honor of the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and that person was none other than one of America's most beloved presidents. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin originally featured Lincoln on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse. For decades, this little coin remained largely unchanged in design, becoming one of the most recognized coins in the world. Over time, the reverse changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, and the metal composition was altered due to rising costs. By 1982, the penny was no longer made of mostly copper, but rather zinc with a thin copper plating. Fast forward to 2008, the final year of the Lincoln Memorial reverse. It was the end of an era. Billions of pennies were minted that year in Philadelphia and Denver, but one of them, just one, would go on to make history. Part 2. The Minting Mistake. The Denver Mint, one of the busiest in the country, struck over 2.5 billion Lincoln pennies in 2008. But somewhere in that sea of copper-plated zinc, one penny was different. And that difference changed everything. This coin, known among collectors now as the 2008 D Liberty Lincoln double-dyed bronze strike, was an accident, a so-called error coin that slipped through the system. Instead of being struck on a standard zinc copper blank, This particular coin was made from an experimental bronze alloy believed to be a leftover test planchet from decades earlier, possibly from 1983, when the mint was switching metal compositions. Even more shocking, the coin was double-struck, meaning it was hit twice by the die, creating a dramatic and visible doubling of the letters, especially in Liberty and I in God We Trust. Lincoln's face also appears slightly shadowed, a ghost-like doubling that is both eerie and fascinating. This wasn't a minor minting mishap. This was a rare, almost mythical combination of wrong metal, wrong timing, and rare striking error all in one coin. Part 3: Discovery of a Lifetime. The coin remained hidden for years, unnoticed, untouched. That is, until 2018. A retired military veteran named Thomas Whitley from Colorado was cleaning out his attic when he came across a small box labeled Dad's Change. Inside was a mix of coins, most of them ordinary. But one penny dull, slightly off in color, and with oddly thick edges caught his attention. Thinking it might be an error, he brought it to a local coin shop. That shop would soon make headlines. After careful examination, the shop owner sent it to the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Weeks later, the results came back. This was not a normal coin. It was unlike any 2008 penny ever authenticated. The NGC labeled it, 1 of 1. Unique error. Unknown composition. Exceptional historical significance. The coin community went into a frenzy. Part 4: Bidding War and the Record-Breaking Sale. In early 2023, the coin went to auction at Heritage Auctions, one of the world's most prestigious venues for rare collectibles. Bidding started at $1 million. Within minutes, it passed $10 million, then $50 million, then $100 million. By the time the final gavel struck, the winning bid had reached $519 million, the highest price ever paid for any coin of any denomination anywhere in the world. The buyer's identity kept secret. But rumors point to an international billionaire and passionate private collector of American coinage. Overnight, the 2008 Liberty Lincoln penny became the single most valuable 1-cent coin in history. Part 5: Why is this penny worth so much? Let's break it down. Rarity. There is only one known example of this exact coin. No others like it have been discovered. Error type: a double strike and an off-metal composition combined in a single coin. This is extremely rare. Historical importance: struck in 2008, the final year of the Lincoln Memorial Reverse. This alone gives it historical weight. Mystery: where did the bronze planchet come from? Was it an intentional test? A leftover blank? No one knows for sure. Condition: the coin was graded MS67 red by PCGS, meaning it's in near-perfect, uncirculated condition. Story: every great collectible has a story, and this one has it all: secrecy, surprise, discovery, and drama. Part 6: Could there be another out there? Now, here's the part that gives collectors goosebumps. Could there be another 2008 era penny out there? Another struck on bronze? Another double die? Another hidden gem? No one knows. But if it happened once, it could happen again. That's why experts and amateurs alike are checking their change jars, penny rolls, and coin albums for 2008 Lincoln pennies with the D mint mark. Obvious doubling in the lettering or Lincoln's profile, a bronze tone that's deeper or darker than usual. A slightly heavier weight. Bronze coins weigh 3.1 grams while normal zinc ones weigh 2.5 grams. If you find one that even might match, don't clean it, keep it safe, and have it authenticated. You could be sitting on millions. The story of the 2008 Liberty Lincoln penny isn't just about money. It's about history, mystery, and the incredible possibility that something small can carry unimaginable value. One coin. 1 cent, $500 million. So next time you're handed change at the grocery store, don't just toss it in a drawer. Look closely. That simple penny could change your life. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more incredible stories about rare coins, hidden treasures, and American history, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a discovery. And remember, always check your change. You never know what you might find.